everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Fresh. Sebastian Stan, a Hulu original, hour and 54 minutes. Usually not one for a weeknight, a little longer, but just found out girls don't have school tomorrow. Anyway, so look at me getting wild. I'm watching Fresh. So Sebastian Stan, it's about dating apps and people finding each other on dating apps, and then this girl learning to deal or trying to cope with her new boyfriend's unusual appetites, which I'm assuming is Sebastian Stan. She is Daisy Edgar-Jones. Not sure I recognize her, but maybe I will. I don't know, but I'm going to get into it right now. It is actually rated 6.7 on IMDb, with 7,050 people rating it so far. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let me get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Fresh. We're at the 1 hour, 3 minutes, 7 second mark. Over halfway. There's about 50 minutes left. Wow, still a lot left. Anyway, so far, okay, it's good. Sebastian Stan's really good in it. But it's really hard, I think, to tell you more about the movie. Because what you read is not misleading, but it's not giving you a full picture either. So they do meet. Our girl Noah is on, apps trying to meet people. She bumps into Sebastian Stan at the grocery store, and they kind of hit it off and start dating. Really, that whole piece is interesting. It takes the first 30 minutes of the movie, and then the opening credits start to roll, and then the movie shifts, okay, into, I forget what they called them, whatever his, let me just look at that one more time. I forget what it's not even good. Oh wait, yeah, new boyfriend's unusual appetites. Okay, so many different ways to understand that. Now, you might have read a little bit more about it and understand it a little bit more, but it kind of leads you to the fact that Sebastian Stan isn't on the up and up on this dating thing. He might have, nefarious reasons for meeting Noah, right? So again, without getting into the spoilers kind of thing, I'm not going to say much more, but I think his acting is pretty good, and it's also like a dark comedy, I'll say. So we'll see. Let me get through the rest of this, and I'll check back in at the end, and then at the end I could do a little bit more and speak a little bit more openly. But right now, it's interesting. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Alright, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Fresh, and I was thinking, right after the last check-in, right? And I even took notes. It was right after the check-in, and this happens all the time. You guys don't realize how much it happens, but as soon as I check in and I'm like, okay, a good time to share, talk a little bit, it escalates. I mean, it went to a kind of a different level. I wrote down, the plot thickens, at that point. So, again, I know you don't know much about it because I can't reveal that much because I don't want to give anything away. But I did look. It is labeled also as a comedy. Now, it's not riddled with humor, but there's some moments in there that you can tell were part of a dark comedy. So, yeah, I picked up on that. But I was watching this, and when I found out what it was, I was like, why are the score's this high? I think it's 6.7, which was surprising considering what I was watching. But as you make it through and you realize part of it is supposed to be a dark comedy, and how well I think Sebastian Stan does in his role, you can start to appreciate it. And you got to put yourself in that mindset that at first it was like, really, this is not, but you gotta put yourself in the, hey, this is all fictional, this is for fun, this is supposed to be entertaining and make you laugh kind of thing. And I think that's why you probably see higher scores, because what what it's really about is not uplifting. So, but I think I've said everything that I can without spoiling anything. I don't know. I'm on the 6th train probably for it. You know, I don't know. It almost seems taboo to be rating something high like this, but again, you have to put yourself in that mindset, and so hopefully that helps. So that's all I'm going to say right now for those of you who have not seen this movie and do not want any spoilers. But I am going to talk a little bit more open about it in a minute. And I'm, again, not going to I never spoil the ending, but I talk a little bit more about the movie that maybe you want to keep hidden so you'll enjoy it differently. That's all. So, it's up to you. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So yeah, the movie turns into a cannibalistic movie. Right? So Steve is a surgeon who cuts people up and sells their bodies for food to like the highest bidder. You know, and to be honest, like the way it's the 1% of the 1%. It's not hard to believe that that probably exists out there in today's world. So that's why I'm like, it's kind of taboo because, you know, there's human trafficking, there's everything bad about this movie that we shouldn't be watching and enjoying or laughing at. So you really got to separate yourself from that. And if you're able to, you might laugh at a couple of spots. The dancing one in particular is, you know, where I giggled a couple times. The soundtrack, you know, and again, you'll appreciate the acting that's in it, and I thought you know, the way it was shot and stuff like that was interesting. But I mean, there's so much wrong with this show that you know, you don't really want to like it, I don't think. So that's what I got. I just wanted to share that with you, and I liked how they took 30 minutes to build the backstory and then show you the credits. And you know, you understand why it's fresh, and that's what he's doing. And you're watching this girl, and I thought it was an interesting character they made for her. And you've seen, what was it? Something, all the girls. Oh, I forget. Morgan Freeman was in it. And, boy, that's a shame. I should have looked that up. But I keep saying Calling the Girls or something like that. But, you know, where he's kidnapping all these women. Ashley Judd is the girl in it. So, I don't know. I'll probably put it in here somewhere when I think of it. But, you know, like that. And, but, like, not that there's anything wrong. The actress did a great job for our Noah. But she's very plain, which made it interesting as well. Because he just didn't go after, like, the elite or stuff like that. Not, again, nothing wrong. This is just her character. I'm sure she's a beautiful woman and stuff like that. But, you know, they even allude to it. You know, in her first date with Chad or whatever his name was, like, she doesn't get all dressed up, she wears a bulky sweater kind of thing. So, you know, I'm not saying anything derogatory about her. That's what they want you to think. And I thought that was kind of interesting the way that they played that out. So, there you go. Not a movie you want to eat to. So, but check it out. It's, you know, if you want. Prepare yourself for, you know, things that we probably shouldn't be watching and laughing at. There you go. That's it. That's all I got for you. I wanted to go in a little bit more detail. Hopefully this was helpful a little bit. I appreciate you tuning in. See you next time. Kimmel's Irish Pub.